Hi, my name is Sherry Sanders, and I'm a county extension agent working in White County as a part of the University of Arkansas Division of Agriculture, and this is Agriculture. Agriculture is a program where we celebrate and empower women working in the field of agriculture. This month's feature is Magen Allen from Bismarck, Arkansas. Alongside her husband Jeremy, Magen manages multiple agricultural businesses while balancing the demands of family life and leadership service. She recently made history as the first woman elected to serve as vice president of the Arkansas Farm Bureau Federation. This is Magen's story.
So we also have a kind of a niche market with our deer feeds, wildlife feeds. It's crazy the amount that people pay to put out feed for deer, and not only for hunting, but a lot of them use it just because they have deer in their backyard and they like looking at them. We have those customers that buy feed year-round for that purpose. But we started in 2012. Yes, 2012, and we kind of developed a rice peanut product. We currently call it Ultimate Grub. That product we sell to a couple of different distributors that take it now into like 7 states. But a large amount of it stays right here in Arkansas. Arkansas is a huge wildlife state, as we all know. But that's been really cool because that season, typically the calls start about July 1st. You can almost set your watch by it. And they'll start carrying it in the co-ops and in the small gas stations and things like that. So that also helped kind of fill a spot within the feed business when, you know, during the summer you don't want to feed cows. They're eating the grass, so everything's good. So it's all about making those little spots you know, profitable. That way we can keep our employees and we don't have to lay anybody off. You know, we got to do something to keep them all busy. So as our feed business grew, and there was a Friday that I remember, I looked outside and we had 2 semi-trucks. One was unloading, one was loading, and then I had 5 guys with flatbed trailers that were loading deer feed for their stores. And I had this gentleman pull up in his little S10 pickup and bebopped right up in the middle of all of it. And there was so much going on. I looked at Jeremy and I was like, somebody's gonna get ran over. Like we're gonna have to look at something different. We need to think of, outside the box. We need to figure something out here. So it didn't take him long, and he came back and said, you know what, I think we could buy that property from my mom up on Highway 7, and we could put in a store. And I thought, okay, great, a little feed store, that sounds fun. Little did I know that my vision of a feed store and his vision were on opposite ends of the spectrum. Our hardware store in Bismarck had closed after 35 years. We didn't have a parts store, we didn't have plumbing supplies, we didn't have anything really up here besides the Dollar General. So Jeremy took it and ran. First he built a covered arena, which he says was for the kids and for them to practice their rodeo events in, and that was all great. That lasted about a year before he took it all in for storage and extra room for the store. But we built a 50,000 square foot store across the front of it, and we put in hardware and plumbing and farm and ranch and just a little bit of everything that we could find to help our community out. I mean, we were tired of driving 30 minutes to get a bolt if something broke. We were, if you needed just a can of spray paint, you had to go, somewhere. So we just put it all in and prayed that the community would embrace it, and they have, and it's been really great. It was a lot of long nights labeling plumbing, and I learned all of the elbows and the T's and all of these things that I had never had to really think about before. And then after about a year and a half, Jeremy saw the need, and along with our trucking company, knew that auto parts would be a helpful component out here. And so we were blessed that the Bumper to Bumper company allowed us to be an independent store under their name, but we're an independent. And we added that into the backside of the store. So we now have a full service auto parts along with everything else that we have in the storefront.